If you like Doom, then you'll like the demo for this game that I've been playing recently called Metal Eden. The best way I could describe this game is like super modern or super sci-fi, I guess, Doom. It looks and plays like Doom. It clearly has inspirations from Doom, but it's like the super clean sci-fi aesthetic with movement mechanics such as wall running, dashing, jetpacking, grapple hooking, etc. And it's a lot of fun. I've played the demo twice now. The demo contains 2 missions from the game where you play as an advanced hyper unit Asker, who's basically sent on a suicide mission to rescue the citizens from a city of Mobius, I think. The game has a lot of gore, there's a lot of blood, and very strong violence. And some really, really good looking cutscenes. In fact, the visuals for the game are also incredibly good looking. I have heard reports from people who are on slightly older hardware that the game, well, the demo for the game isn't the most optimized. Now I am running a 50 series PC that I recently purchased. So my FPS is absolutely fine. I'm playing on Ultra and getting like 120 to 180. I'm having no problems. However, there's reports of people playing on a similar machine to what I used to have, which was a 3060 with i5 9600K, so mid-range stuff, that are complaining that they're getting like 60 and below. And that they'd like the game to be optimized so they can have those smooth high frames. But optimization issues aside, which kind of is, that's what demos and playtests are for, the actual gameplay experience is incredibly fun. Like I said, I've played this twice over. It's a single player game, which I've been enjoying a lot more recently. Previously I was very heavy on the PvP, but recently I've been playing this. I've been playing a ton of Oblivion Remastered, a bit of Helldivers, and a game called Haste, which is kind of like Sonic. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun playing these single player story based games now. This game has a full campaign with a story, with lore, with pre-rendered cutscenes. So if you're a little bit of an older gamer like me, that's a horrible sentence to say, but I am approaching 30, then yeah, you'll probably enjoy this one. It's very boomer shooter, so if you are like a 90s kid, you probably enjoy this. The movement is really good. It's really like buttery smooth. The guns feel great to use and are very unique. And one of my favorite mechanics in the game is called the Core Ripper, which is basically where you, on a controller, you press LB. I believe on mouse and keyboard it might be E. To rip out the heart or the core of your opponents, basically, and then you can either consume it to increase your health and shields and put your character into like an overdrive state, or you can force push their core back towards them to kill them or to kill other enemies around them, which is really cool. It's kind of like an explosive that you get once every 30 seconds because it needs to cool down. So you extract the core, you can push it back towards them, it explodes and pretty much kills every enemy besides mini bosses and bosses on impact. The mechanics and overall content the game offers is really like expansive as well. So there's lots of weapons, but then also you can get upgrades for them. So you can go to these little shops that are scattered throughout the levels, and you can upgrade your weapons with different scopes, fire rates, more damage, secondary fire options, and then there's also a skill tree which you get for leveling up. So you can do things like increase the amount of ammunition in your weapons, or the amount of time it takes for a weapon to overheat. You can change the range of your core extract mechanics, so you can extract the cores of enemies that are further away. You can increase your jump height, the dash range, increase your character's base health, etc. Which is, I really didn't expect this kind of game to have like a skill tree mechanic, but yeah, it's actually kind of cool to progressively increase your character's strength and efficiency and stuff as you work your way through the levels. If I had to nitpick at a couple of things I don't like, just in case any developers watch this or anything, I do seem to run out of ammunition a lot. Some areas feel quite imbalanced, such as, you know, pitting me against a mini boss or something, and there's no ammunition around and my gun is out of ammo, while the enemy still has like 55% of his health left, and I'm just kind of dashing and jumping around and being forced to melee the enemy instead, and then finally extract the core. So maybe just, yeah, like scattering more ammo or giving the player more ammo to start with would be something, and then obviously the need to optimize the game, as it seems to be something that people are frequently complaining about, would be beneficial to you as devs, because more people will be able to play your game, which means more sales. And then maybe either it's an SMG or an AR, I'm not sure, but like the starting assault rifle style weapon overheats incredibly quickly. You can get an upgrade, I believe, to stop that and like increase the cooldown rate, but I just feel like there's a lot of scenarios where you're just forced to stand around and wait, or constantly like jump and dash around to avoid being shot while you wait for your weapon to cool down after overheating, which is kind of annoying. So those are my only like 2 or 3 things that if I had to nitpick at some things that are kind of annoying, those would be it. I have looked through the Steam reviews and I do see a few people complaining about the dialogue for the cutscenes and the characters that talk in game. So while you're going through the missions, you might have a little character that's pops up in the corner in your HUD and talks to you. Some people are saying that some of it can be kind of cheesy and stuff. Maybe some of the voice lines just need some rework there or something. Personally, I wasn't too bothered, but seems to be something I'm noticing a lot. Yeah, the things that are negatives, if you had to call them that, are very few, and the positives are all over the place. The game is very positive in my eyes, so I'm looking forward to the full release of this one. I'm not sure when the release is. I don't think it has a release. I believe it's just coming soon. There's no official date, which makes me feel like this could be a while away, because it's not even a 2025 release date so far. We might be looking at 2026 for this one, and if that's the case, then I'd encourage it, because yeah, optimize and polish as much as needed. A game that takes a while or is delayed is eventually good. A game that is rushed is forever bad, or whatever the quote is. And yeah, the demo's still active. Go and play it if you want to check it out. And yeah, let me know what you think of it in the comments if you have played it yourself. Let me know what you think of it based on the gameplay you've seen on screen today if you haven't played the game yourself. And as always, self-promo, I am making a video game very slowly but surely called CrossPlanet, which is a third-person PvP and PvE shooter. So we have arena shooter PvP with 1v1, 2v2, 4v4, 8v8, etc., free-for-all, capture the flag, king of the hill modes, blah blah blah, everything you'd expect. And then we also have a PvE element, which is you and a group of up to 3 friends fighting against NPCs like aliens, spiders, ice, demons, insects, etc., etc., etc. So go and wishlist that on Steam if that sounds interesting to you. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and goodbye.